Hey guys, welcome to our first edition of Kitchen Chemistry. So what I have here for you is our setup. So this is what you're gonna need for our very first kitchen experiment. This is something that I wanted to do at school, but we never had time to. So let me go over what you're gonna need. You're going to need food coloring. So I've got the 4 different colors of food coloring that came with that came in that box from H-E-B. I have milk. It can be pretty much any type of milk, but it's probably better to use whole milk. Okay, we're gonna try it with this one, which is 2% milk, so it should work out okay. I have a little bit of dish soap here. So it's just a tiny little bit of dish soap. Dish soap works best, but any kind of soap should work. And then I have a plate here that I'm gonna put some of the milk into, and it's a small plate, so it's not that big, but it is kind of deep. If you see how there is gonna be enough space for us to hold a little bit of milk in here. In class, if we were at school, we would be using Petri dishes for this, but a plate will work also. It's just a little bit deep. Yeah, you want to have a little bit of milk there. Also, don't waste milk, okay? Oh, I forgot to mention, I also have something that I'm going to use to grab some of the soap and drip it into the milk, but not yet, okay? So that's what the straw is for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of the milk into the dish. So that's plenty of milk. So now I've got my milk in there. I'm going to take my food coloring and I'm going to make kind of like a little X in the center with the 4 dots of food coloring. So I'm gonna put some green right there. I'm gonna take my yellow. Just a couple of dots of food coloring should be good enough. Blue. So notice I'm making kind of a square with my 4 dots. And you don't want to do them on top of each other, but if they touch a little bit like that, that is totally fine. Okay? I'm going to move all of this stuff out of the way so you can get a better view of what's gonna happen. Okay, so now that I have my plate a little bit more centered, I am going to take my soap, a little bit of my soap. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna get like a nice big glob, and I want it to drip right in the middle of all of my colors right there. So I'm gonna take a big glob and just see how it drips like that? That's exactly what I want to fall right in the middle of all of my colors. Whoa. 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 And if you continue to add more, it might create a little bit of a reaction, but once it's pretty much all reacted, not much more is going to happen. So what I want to try next is something that's a little bit different. So this is called heavy whipping cream, and it's like milk, but it has a lot more fat in it. Okay, so that people use this in their coffee and things or recipes. So I'm gonna use some of this. Sorry, my dogs are making noise. You're gonna notice that this is a lot thicker than milk. You'll see there's a difference in density here, so the droplets don't spread out like they did in the 2% milk. Okay, so here comes the soap, a nice big glob of soap. Milk is a mixture of protein, minerals, vitamins, fats, And it's those fats that are making this reaction happen. Maybe you've seen some soap commercials and how the soap commercials talk about how everything cuts through the grease. Well, that's basically what happened here. The soap is reacting with the fat and it's breaking down the fat in the milk. And so that means that if you have a milk that has more fat in it, which is whole milk, there's gonna be more of a reaction, okay? Did the food coloring make a difference? No, the food coloring just made it so that we could see what was happening. If I just had milk and soap, this would still happen, but it wouldn't look as cool, right? So it's the milk and the soap that are doing the reacting here. So that does it for our kitchen chemistry episode for today. I hope you enjoyed this. And make sure that if you have any more suggestions, you send them along so that we can do it. Thanks.